Karishma, why were you sleeping in the podcast?
I was tired and sleep deprived and exhausted. I haven't slept in four or maybe 5 days.
But why did you spoil our podcast?
I was sleeping away from the camera and I did not know
No.
the camera के frame पे आने को.
Say sorry to my audience. Hello, mic testing. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 check. तुम नहीं आओगी? तो तुम आ तो जाओ, ऐसे अजीब और लग रहा है.
डालूंगी नहीं.
Obviously.
मैं क्या करूँ ना?
अच्छा ठीक है, छोड़ो. जैसे भी. तो दोस्तों, हम नया एपिसोड शुरू कर रहे हैं जिसमें करिश्मा छुपने की कोशिश कर रही है.
Hi guys. अक्षय, तुम कितनी देर में इरिटेट होते हो? थोड़ी.
Hello and welcome everyone to yet another episode of चलो Numbers समझे. Real लोग, real money, real decisions. क्यों? क्योंकि numbers कभी झूठ नहीं बोलते. Hello. We are back again with another episode. We are on our road trip back from France, Switzerland towards Netherlands. And हम शानू की गाड़ी में हैं. By now I'm sure you've seen the other episodes, so you know who Shanu is. And so we wanted to further get into a discussion with him. Shanu had some questions about his personal finances, and then we thought also in general we'll continue having another conversation around living in European countries, working in European countries. So let's see how this goes, and in case you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments so that we can continue asking and answering them for you, right? Cool, Shanu, let's get started. Ready?
बिल्कुल. तो जैसा कि पहले सेशंस में हमारा डिस्कशन रहा इन टर्म्स ऑफ दी परसेंटेजेस कि आपका ओपेक्स और लिक्विड कैश वर्सेस आपका सेविंग्स का जो भी परसेंटेज रहता है, तो आई रियलाइज आई हैव बीन टोटली ऑफ. तो मेरे दिमाग में क्वेश्चन आया कि लेट्स से कीपिंग सैलरी असाइड फॉर माई सेल्फ, फॉर माई लाइफ स्टाइल, तो आई गेट लेट्स से लम्प सम अमाउंट्स फॉर माय.
लेकिन ये साला कर क्या रहा है यहाँ पे?
एंड देन आई गेट अ बोनस लेट्स से इन दिसंबर. तो दीज आर द बिग अमाउंट्स आई गेट एट वंस.
Okay.
तो
That's nice.
So what is the, let's say I have kept some buffer for my emergency funds.
Right.
So besides that, let's say what should I do with it? Should I look for instruments in the Netherlands, or should I look for instruments in the emerging India? So, and what should be those instruments as the first timer or as the amateur person? Should it be bonds or आजकल क्रिप्टो का बहुत चला है, तो I would love some insights on that.
तो क्रिप्टो में तो हमने अभी मिले हैं आयुष भाई से, जिन्होंने कल रात ही हमें बताया कि उन्होंने बहुत पैसा खोया है. इनफैक्ट that reminds me I should do a podcast with him on losing money in crypto. But to answer your question, I think it's a very simple process, right? Since you are currently based out of Netherlands and you plan to stay in the Netherlands for at least the next 5 years, तुम्हें emergency अगर होगी तो that will happen in Netherlands only.
बिल्कुल.
Right? Certainly you'll have your, maybe in case of a family emergency, etc., there could be some funds that you're parking in India. But apart from that, your main urgency is going to be in India. In Netherlands. Now, first and foremost, emergency fund है ऐसा fund है that we are not looking to exponentially grow. We are looking to preserve the emergency fund in a place that gives us inflation par return. इंडिया में 6-6.5% इन्फ्लेशन रहती है, तो हम कहते हैं एफडी में डाल दो या लिक्विड म्यूचुअल फंड्स में डाल दो. यहाँ पे आपने कल बताया कि 1-1.5% इन्फ्लेशन रहती है, उतना ही आपका सेविंग्स अकाउंट देता है. तो यू कैन एज मच एज, एंड इज देयर अ कांसेप्ट ऑफ फिक्स्ड डिपॉजिट हियर?
अभी तक तो नहीं देखा मैंने.
नहीं देखा. तो समथिंग सिमिलर, और so keeping it in savings account, something similar, or even keeping it as in a very low cost ETF, if there is any such options of putting into a debt fund, maybe you might know that better, तो उसमें डाल सकते हो. but conceptually emergency fund आपका यही होना चाहिए, because in case emergency क्या हो सकती है यार हमारी एज पे? emergency could be majorly around job loss, could be around getting a smaller taking a small break or you know कुछ बीच में
कोई
कुछ
बड़ा health bill. For example, I had a root canal treatment here. So
Correct.
this is a specialized treatment which is not covered by my health insurance.
हाँ
So I had a big bill
हाँ
for that. So
हाँ.
I have to pay it immediately.
हाँ
So
so that
yeah.
हाँ बिल्कुल बिल्कुल so इसलिए ये सारी इमरजेंसी आपकी यही होने वाली है तो इसलिए इट्स बेटर यू कीप योर इमरजेंसी फंड यार ज़्यादा क्या कर सकते हो अगर मान लो आपका 6 महीने का इमरजेंसी फंड है आपने 4 महीने का यहाँ रख लिया 2 महीने का इंडिया में रख लिया कि बाई चांस अगर कभी इंडिया में ऐसी कोई इमरजेंसी आ गई तो आपको इमीडिएटली यू नो और वैसे तो देखो यार आजकल इमीडिएटली पैसा ट्रांसफर हो भी जाता है तो ऐसा भी नहीं है कि पहले होता था यू हैव टू वेट फॉर 48 आवर्स फॉर द मनी टू गेट क्रेडिटेड अब तो इट्स इंस्टेंट क्रेडिट्स राइट सो एंड देन बाय द वे हाउ डू यू ट्रांसफर
मैं तो Revolut के थ्रू.
Okay, and कितना how much exchange rate and everything it
I
charges?
think exchange rate is at par with the market.
Okay.
The exchange rate is not an issue, but I think the convenience fee of Revolut is also pretty low. So I
Acha.
think I'm okay with Revolut.
Okay.
I've also seen TransferWise and everything,
हाँ,
but
हाँ.
Revolut for me is okay.
It's the best. Okay. Cool. So yeah, I think that's the point around you know
The emergency
emergency
fund.
fund. Yeah.
Now comes the investment.
कितने slow क्यों चला रहे हो?
ताकि कैमरा ना गिरे.
Oh अच्छा.
हाँ.
Nice, thank you. But I think इसको overtake कर सकते हैं. ये अच्छी नहीं लग रही मेरे को.
अच्छा.
Just joking नहीं है ऐसा कुछ नहीं है.
नहीं कर सकते.
बीच में वो कर सकते हैं वरना नए लोग बोलेंगे अरे कहाँ रह गए यू आर राइट जैसे ओवरटेक किया कैमरा हिल गया
तो अब emergency funds का तो थोड़ा clarity आई. Now let's say I'm a first time investor. I have no knowledge. I'm let's say no idea about the investment instruments. So where should I be putting my first, let's say, lump sum amount? Should I make it as a recurring deposit into something, or should I send it at once into some instrument in India? Or let's say I don't want to keep much in the Netherlands because the Dutch market is in general saturated.
Correct.
So the growth would be very low as compared with India.
Right.
तो आप मुझे इंडिया का थोड़ा बताओ.
हाँ नहीं I think that's a fair question तो अभी तो you have both the options right if you have अभी lump sum money
हाँ.
you can transfer that straight away
हाँ.
and you know you can start investing that
हाँ.
and then monthly basis पे जैसे you are getting your salary you start investing your salary right
हाँ.
so the easiest and I'm assuming this is going to be for your long term
Yes.
है ना you don't need money you don't want to withdraw money for the
No.
next 2-3 years तू
Let's
चाहता
say
है
8 to
पड़ा
10
रहे
years.
हाँ 8 to 10 years right perfect so mutual funds once again number
ठीक है.
one मेरे को लगता है यार it's the easiest and the best way to invest
ठीक है.
because आपको ना फालतू का दिमाग नहीं लगाना पड़ता है कि what stock is working right now what stock is not working should I sell should I buy should I do this should I do that you're just investing every month into a mutual fund scheme right
ठीक है.
the way you do it is via an SIP or a lump sum there are two
ठीक
ways
है.
of investing now since you asked ki where should you invest
हाँ.
there are a couple of places where you can invest the basic and you know if you want to get started you want to learn you start with as simple as an index fund
हाँ.
because index fund क्या करता है index fund invests into the top 50 top 30
ठीक है.
companies of the country right
ठीक है.
nifty sensex
ठीक है.
nifty sensex पता है ना index fund क्या होता है
हाँ.
हाँ तो nifty sensex में आप सीधा सीधा पैसा डाल दो
हाँ.
आंख बंद करके काम ही खत्म
हाँ.
थोड़ा रिस्क लेना है तो there are funds large mid and small cap
हाँ.
ज्यादा से ज्यादा आप क्या कर सकते हो आप एक फ्लेक्सी कैप फंड एक और चूज कर सकते हो
अच्छा.
फ्लेक्सी कैप फंड क्या करता है वो इन जनरली आपका पैसा इट डिवाइड्स बिटवीन योर लार्ज मिड एंड स्मॉल
हाँ.
in a ratio that that you know it's equally divided about 25% and then obviously the fund manager they keep redistributing it based on the overall factors you know the kind of diversification that they want to do so flexi cap and index fund
हाँ.
ये दो चीजों में you can divide and distribute your money
तो
small cap भी डाल सकता है let's say sorry small cap भी डाल सकता है 10-15% because तेरा risk appetite is quite a lot
हाँ.
so since you have a high risk appetite you know putting some amount of money into a small cap fund is also not bad
हाँ. तो let's say how do I browse how do I choose a mutual fund from here should I hire some professional guidance or should I just browse myself or look on ChatGPT or what are the KPIs or criteria to choose a mutual fund
right so I think first and foremost since you are currently an NRI NRI NRO के already कुछ restrictions होते हैं
हाँ,
और there are very limited set of funds that you can invest in.
अच्छा,
So you won't have access to the entire funds का market as supposed to, you know. So very fair question. So as I was saying कि as an NRI you have very limited set of funds as compared to what an Indian has, right?
हाँ,
तो सबसे पहले तो यही पढ़ ले before going for any professional help. मैं कहूँगा खुद पहले थोड़ी study करो
हाँ,
because figure out what kind of funds as a person staying in Netherlands are you allowed to invest in.
अच्छा,
And I think जितना मेरे को idea है there'll be very handful.
अच्छा,
उन handful funds को you can simply go and analyze. तो as I was saying कि एक तो सबसे पहले you know there are very limited set of funds, तो उन्हीं funds को तुम पढ़ो,
हाँ,
figure out कि उन 4-5-10 options जितने ही बचे हैं as an NRI जिसमें तुम invest कर सकते हो,
हाँ,
तो वो कौन-कौन से funds हैं,
हाँ,
and then put it on ChatGPT, no harm, put it on ChatGPT and say you know which of these, and उसके कुछ prompts I'll share some of the nice prompts that we've actually prepared, and you know
अच्छा.
we have some prompts. तो actually हम ये करते हैं, so while we are doing those workshops that I was telling you, right, for the people,
हाँ,
we actually share some prompts as well with them that they can just plug and play in their respective ChatGPTs, and then अपनी कुछ finer details, personal details add करके
हाँ,
they can figure it out.
हाँ,
So उससे आपकी research काफी हद तक it helps certainly.
अच्छा.
But then उसके अलावा you should read a little more about you know the kind of fund, the kind of securities that it is investing in, the kind of stocks it's investing in,
हाँ,
and then वहाँ से using the ratings and some of the technical parameters.
हाँ,
Again उन prompts में हमने वो technical parameters भी add कर दिए हैं, so it will give you that list. But you can certainly put it in ChatGPT as well,
ठीक है.
right? And then talk around. मतलब I'm sure तुम्हारे आसपास, I mean we were talking to Nayan yesterday, right? He is
हाँ.
investing in a couple of funds.
हाँ,
You should talk around in general also with some people
हाँ.
कि भाई where should I be investing, where should I be,
हाँ.
or where are they investing.
हाँ.
So वहाँ से भी तुम्हें काफी understanding मिल जाएगी.
हाँ, हाँ,
So you can do this to begin with, and then once you have some understanding, some basic understanding, and तुम्हें लगता है कि अब तुम्हारा एक decent size portfolio हो गया है,
हाँ,
जहाँ पर you know maybe now you need some expert guidance,
हाँ,
then is when I would suggest you to actually go for a proper financial advisor, proper financial guidance.
हाँ, हाँ.
But before that, you know, you don't need that.
अच्छा, तो आप मतलब without any thinking, you would suggest me to go for the mutual funds, safe start on the basis of the research and facts,
Yes.
and just start with it without thinking much.
Yeah, point ही हुआ है ना, because again if you start investing into a lot of stocks,
हाँ,
then you will actually have to sit and read about those companies, read
हाँ.
about those stocks,
हाँ,
and again maybe not on a daily basis, but at least weekly, monthly basis पे एक बार तो तुम्हें देखना पड़ेगा ना.
हाँ, हाँ,
If the company is not performing at all, then you will have to exit.
हाँ,
But in terms of mutual fund, you just don't have to do anything of that sort.
हाँ.
You can simply just rely on the fund manager once you've selected the funds.
हाँ, हाँ,
Right?
हाँ,
So that actually helps a lot.
हाँ,
एक चीज जो और मेरे को immediately याद आ रही है, and maybe I'll have to also check this, and I can get back to you, is something called as Gift City. आजकल इंडिया में Gift City करके खुली है गुजरात में. There is this city that has been identified as Gift City,
हाँ,
and उसके थ्रू जो भी कुछ funds, अरे वाह, what an amazing car है. I don't know.
हाँ, red color.
हाँ, क्या such a pretty car, 2-seater convertible. ये तो fun है यार वैसे तो. यूरोप में I think the kind of cars I've seen on the roads,
हाँ.
ये cars हम सिर्फ movies में ही देखते हैं. कौन सी गाड़ी नहीं देख लिया यार. Anyway, sorry. Coming back to our conversation, क्या बोल रहा था मैं? भूल ही गया, गाड़ी ने बुला दिया.
stocks.
हाँ, तो
I will have to sit and watch.
करेक्ट. सो आपको अगर even if not daily, आपको 6 महीने में एक बार तो देखना पड़ेगा. यहाँ पे आपको वो सब टेंशन ही नहीं है ना.
हाँ,
यहाँ पे आपको म्यूचुअल फंड करेगा. आई वाज आल्सो टॉकिंग अबाउट गिफ्ट सिटी.
हाँ,
हाँ, तो गिफ्ट सिटी का एक कंसेप्ट है जिसमें काफी टैक्सेशन बच जाता है. बट आई थिंक जितना मेरे को याद है अभी वो सिर्फ यूएस एंड कनाडा के एनआरआईज के लिए ओपन हुआ है. आई एम नॉट श्योर अगर नीदरलैंड्स के लिए ओपन हुआ है कि नहीं.
अच्छा.
तो आई विल चेक दैट एंड गेट बैक टू यू.
हम्म,
बट उसके थ्रू क्या है कि इफ यू इन्वेस्ट into India via the Gift City,
हाँ,
and there's just an operational way of doing that,
हाँ,
then you are actually also able to save on taxes
हाँ,
when you sell your money, your
हाँ.
securities, your
हाँ.
investments. So you will not be taxed on anything.
तो अगर आप मान लीजिए कि I also want, let's say, beside digital assets, I also want physical assets.
हाँ.
So how is it about buying a piece of land or a small apartment in a city like Gurgaon or Delhi?
You certainly can.
हाँ,
It's not an option. I mean, it's not a bad deal.
हाँ,
The only thing that you have to ask yourself is, do you have the funds?
हाँ, हाँ, हाँ,
भाई आज की डेट में गुड़गांव में एक घर लेना, और इवन I'll say in the remotest of the places
अच्छा।
जहाँ पे आपको एक लैंड लेना है, you need at least 25, 30, 50 लाख रुपीस of money, right? गुड़गांव के फ्लैट तो आपको 1 करोड़ 1.5 करोड़ से नीचे तो मिलेगा ही नहीं कुछ भी, चाहे कुछ भी हो जाए. सो गुड़गांव का फ्लैट तो आपको मिलेगा ही नहीं चाहे कुछ भी हो जाए.
बिल्कुल.
तो इसीलिए it's important for you to continuously see where you are I mean about your funds, right? वो ticket size है. Mutual funds के case में you can start with as low as 500 rupees. That's 5 euros for you, right? I'm sure कि तुम 500 euro या 100 euro पर महीने का तो निकाल सकते हो, which will translate to 10,000, 15,000 rupees.
बिल्कुल.
तो you can certainly not buy a land or a flat with 10-15,000 rupees. And then obviously वही फिर land जाओगे, या अगर flat भी लेते हो, studio apartment भी लेते हो, so you'll have to maybe go for a loan. फिर उसमें और hassle होगा कि as an NRI you're getting a home loan. I don't even know if NRIs can get a home loan. We'll check on this as well. But you know, a lot more hassle again. So my suggestion again would be कि पहले जो इनिशियल कॉर्पस है, क्योंकि अभी आपका जीरो कॉर्पस है वहाँ पे, तो पहले आप इनिशियल कॉर्पस म्यूचुअल फंड्स के थ्रू बनाओ. जब 10, 15, 20 लाख रुपए इकट्ठे हो जाएं, देन यू थिंक if there is a better opportunity for me to further transfer these funds into another asset class, right? But it's the easiest way for you to get started.
ठीक है. और ये अभी जो है मैं सुन रहा था, क्योंकि recently I studied more about treasury.
हाँ.
So let's say I was let's say reading and researching about let's say the excess corporate cash into the Trump let's say promoted stable coins. So the thing was that attracted me towards them was that these coins are being backed by some assets. So they are not shallow or hollow. So what are your thoughts about let's say having a percentage of your investments in those stable coins?
Yeah, I'll be a wrong person to answer this honestly, because I personally don't know much about crypto and the way how it works. The problem I feel is there is no, I know that's the point ki it's on blockchain, and so there should not be any regulation around it. But kyunki there is no regulation and it's my money, I want it to be regulated यार. मतलब कल को इंडिया में मेरे म्यूचुअल फंड्स में कोई प्रॉब्लम हो जाए तो मैं सेबी आरबीआई के पास जा तो पाऊँ. यहाँ पे अगर मेरे कोई भी ऑल्ट कॉइन, एंड we've known so many exchanges that have shut down in the past, कुछ भी हो जाए आप किसके पास जाओगे, किसके पास भागोगे? So that's a big problem for me, and therefore I have personally not put in a lot of money. I have played around with few coins, majorly around Bitcoin and some of the other known, but मेरा यार पूरे पोर्टफोलियो का maybe 2% होगा या मे बी 5% होगा, उससे ज्यादा नहीं. मैं और वो पैसा भी मैंने उस थॉट प्रोसेस से डाला है कि मैंने डाल दिया है.
बंद करो हाथ जोड़ के, मैं मोदी साहब से गुजारिश करता हूँ.
If it turns into a great thing, wonderful. If it doesn't, then it's just like a lost money, because that's a very small amount of my total investments that I have personally put.
अच्छा.
So again, the risk factor is too much. Reward is also high. But therefore you have to maybe park very, very limited amount of funds till the time you are actually able to understand and you're pretty sure कि नहीं यार ये वाला coin तो इस asset से back है, तो ऊपर जाएगा ही जाएगा in the long term. I don't have that understanding, so I would stay away from it.
Fair enough.
Abhi how's the, like, in general, any idea where and how do people invest, Abhi, and do people invest around, I mean people around you who are working, do they invest anywhere, and if yes, where do they do?
The people I know mostly, let's say, and I would talk it more in the Indian perspective, because the Dutch people, I know, let's say a few, let's say well-established Dutch people, for them investing is mostly, and I will tell when the people are, let's say, 50 plus years old, so they have this idea of buying a vacation home. So for example, talking about my boss, he is, let's say, one of the rich dudes in the Netherlands. So he has bought a vacation apartment in Spain. So there is this concept of combining, let's say, investment appreciation appreciation with leisure,
हाँ,
so that they can also enjoy
Yeah.
it, but at the same time they are also making money out of it.
makes sense. So when he's occupying it, he's occupying it. When he's not occupying, he's putting it on an Airbnb.
No,
Nahin?
it always stays empty.
Oh, अच्छा,
For
okay.
him, the money from Airbnb wouldn't make much difference.
Okay, so basically he's just playing on the appreciation of
Correct.
the property.
The-
हाँ. So I get your point. I mean, he's bought that extra home for as an investment, and वो appreciate करेगा over the period of time. So he's not wanting any rental income out of it, but it just appreciates, and then maybe in case he wants to sell it.
बिल्कुल.
That's a pure real estate investment, right? So I mean, that makes sense. But again, you need a lot of money for that, right?
बिल्कुल.
High ticket size.
बिल्कुल.
So I understand what you're saying. I think my question on where do people in Dutch invest, maybe we'll have to do a little more research around that.
But the young people, they are getting more inclined in the let's say crypto. I would say that was the case about 5 years ago.
तो stock market का कोई सीन नहीं है यहाँ पे.
So far, what I have heard on the Dutch exchange, nobody is inclined because rate of returns are very, very, very low. Almost all the industries that are originated from the Netherlands or they are listed on the exchange here,
हाँ.
they have saturated. For example, AkzoNobel, Philips, and Shell. Whatever growth they were supposed to have, they already had it 5-10 years ago. So now they have like single digit, even less than 5% growth.
And dividend wise देते हैं लोग कुछ.
I think they have a dividend system for sure, but yeah, I cannot tell in depth about it.
I was just thinking कि maybe they don't give a lot of return, they don't exponentially grow, but maybe they give a decent amount of dividends. So
Could be, but I have no knowledge about it.
yeah, that would be a fair point for us to learn more about. Got it.
Baki to the interest rates are very low, so there is no return on the savings account. Then there are not much dynamic, let's say, financial instruments in the Netherlands. So more or less, most of the people, they either invest in America or in Asia.
Actually, so that could be another good option for you.
Yeah.
US side pay, since
Yeah.
the markets there are fairly maybe better. US IT companies, US tech stocks, they're always in the news. So that could be another option where you could actually see. So maybe you can park some of it. And again, it depends on the amount that you're investing. Up to if you want to start with 250 euros a month,
Yeah.
right? 250 euros is going to be what? 25,000 rupees, right? Mota moti. In that case, I wouldn't say कि इधर भी डालो, उधर भी डालो, यहाँ भी करो, वहाँ भी करो. Just keep it very simple. Keep it just in Indian mutual funds.
Yeah.
From 250 euros, you move on to 500 euros, 1000 euros. In fact, मैं तो कहूँगा 1000 euros तक भी you should like not really think about diversifying too much.
अच्छा.
You should stick around with Indian mutual funds, because then that will give you a lot of in general return. That should give you a very decent amount of returns. Plus, India में आजकल you have through India. I mean, again, I'll have to see if that's allowed for NRIs. But through India, you can invest into global equities as well, right?
हाँ.
Gift City के through भी करा जा सकता है, in general भी करा जा सकता है. So that's another thing we can check for you. But हाँ, मतलब up to 1000 euros, keep it very simple. Keep it just in Indian mutual funds, Indian equities, and then वहाँ से slowly you can move towards maybe 10, 15%, 20% का diversification. उसके बाद you can start doing towards US side. अगर Dutch में बिल्कुल ही zero है मामला. So that could be your strategy.
Good point. But the key here is what I realize is to just make a start and then figure out things on the way, instead of just sitting idle and
Correct.
not doing anything, thinking about 100 things.
Correct.
But to just start simple
Correct.
and to figure out things along the way.
Bhai, it's a process. मतलब I always say this, and I think I say this in all my videos. It's a process. I am still learning in that process. I started learning this about, let's say, 7-8 years before. I started teaching about it. I started sharing about it. I started sharing whatever I learn about it. And so during that process, I've learned a lot. देखो पता है, I'll tell you, maybe you find this funny, but I also hold one single stock of companies.
अच्छा.
अगर कोई कंपनी का स्टॉक 150 रुपए का है, 150 क्या, मैंने 10 रुपए का भी स्टॉक खरीदा हुआ है, एक स्टॉक 10 रुपए का, क्यों? Because once I buy a stock, I feel I start getting updates about that company and I start reading more about that company. So then that's a process. मेरे को आगे नहीं समझ में आया, मैंने नहीं पढ़ा. But the point that I'm trying to share is कि when you start putting in your money, once you start putting the first SIP, you will automatically start reading about it. You'll automatically start getting newsletters. You'll automatically start getting updates about your money, and you will start reading about it. And then it's a process. You know, you gradually grow in that process. You gradually learn about more things, and then you proceed from there. At the end of the day, the logic is simple. We have to create a corpus for ourselves, for our longer future. We can either start with whatever little money we have right now, or we can think कि मेरे को इतने साल में इतना कॉर्पस बनाना है, तो उसकी कैलकुलेशन करके. So just like I was telling कि हमने एक रफ कैलकुलेशन किया था कि 1 CR in 10 years चाहिए, तो हमें अराउंड 35-40,000 की SIP से स्टार्ट करना पड़ेगा, है ना. तो if that's the kind of so we call this either a top down approach, whether when you have a number in mind कि मेरे को इतने साल में इतना कॉर्पस रखना है, and how do I start from today, that's a top down approach. The other is a bottom up approach. मैं अभी इतना इन्वेस्ट कर सकता हूँ, तो इस इन्वेस्टमेंट को मेरे को कहाँ कैसे डालना चाहिए, and then you learn through the process. But yeah, it's very important to start.
Clear. Okay.
Insurances का क्या सीन है यहाँ पे? Like, are you covered for insurance on your health as well as your life from your company?
No, I pay my own health insurance.
Okay.
And I have extras in that insurance.
Okay.
Let's say for physio and for dental. And then insurance is by law, it's mandatory here.
Okay.
So first day you enter the Netherlands, you will have to have a health insurance.
Okay.
फिर उसके बाद you have a mandatory pension scheme. You and your employer pay the same percentage to it. Then your car insurance, it is by law mandatory here. So insurance here, I don't think life insurance is a must here. But I know people, for example, the other Akshay, since his daughter came, I think they took a life insurance.
Okay.
And their daughter is the nominee.
Yeah.
So,
Correct. So that's another thing that you should certainly do. The bigger question is anybody today dependent on your income? Maybe you're sending some money back home in India to your parents. Maybe you're not. Based on the people who are dependent on you.
Yeah.
So my always suggestion is that as soon as you enter a age, or you're about to enter an age where people will be dependent on your salary, and in case something ever happens to you, then you should be insured. Right? So life insurance एक बड़ी important चीज़ है. इंडिया में हम उसको term life insurance कहते हैं. That's the only product. I mean, obviously there are too many life insurance products in India, but term life insurance is the only one we recommend that one should get, because for a very less premium it gives you a very big chunk of money, right? In case something happens to you. So you can either check for an equivalent of that here, or otherwise, maybe you can think about having one in India. It may, again, I'm not sure NRIs के लिए कैसे regulations हैं India में on term insurance, because you're going to be staying here. So we can check. But हाँ, यहाँ पे you should certainly look into a life insurance as soon as maybe you're about to think of getting married.
तो आप ये बताओ, ये पीछे जो करिश्मा बैठी हैं, तो आप इनका भी पोर्टफोलियो देखते ही होंगे. तो जब आपका कोई प्रॉफिट वगैरह होता है, तो ये आपको कोई सक्सेस फी वगैरह देती है, या आपको फ्री में ही
कुछ नहीं देती? फ्री में ही मिलता है जो मिलता है सब कुछ. इसको कुछ नहीं देती है मेरे को. एवरीथिंग इज फ्री फॉर हर. बट नो, आई थिंक she's helping me in my startup by giving me the opportunity to work without bringing home a lot of money. So that's, I think, a blessing in disguise. So I think that's the fees that I'm running from. उठ गई है करिश्मा, उठ गई है.
आपके स्टार्टअप की कितनी इक्विटी इनके नाम है?
0%. थैंक यू बोल रहा हूँ ना यार, वो फीस इज गुड इनफ.
Doesn't count.
It does. When you're sleeping during a podcast, you should be asking questions. Just joking. Right.
तो पहले भी जब मैं मुंबई में पढ़ाई करता था, तो आई स्टार्टेड इन्वेस्टिंग, बट आई वाज सो कैजुअल अबाउट इट कि मैं कहीं अकाउंट बनाता था तो एक हफ्ते बाद उसका पासवर्ड भूल जाता था. तो
अभी वो पैसे हैं?
They must be there, but now I don't know which websites or where. I don't have the password. I don't even remember the websites.
भाई कुछ तो मेल्स वगैरह होंगे. Okay, so there are a couple of things maybe you can check. There is something called as an e-cash statement.
E-cash.
cash consolidated account statement.
अच्छा
CDSL NSDL से generate होता है.
अच्छा
You just go on Google and type e-cash statement. So just go on Google and type e-cash statement,
अच्छा
and I think you should be able to figure out वहाँ से कि कहाँ पे your investments are.
अच्छा
You know, it will pull out with your PAN card. तो Indian PAN card तो हो गई.
हाँ,
तो
हाँ,
Indian PAN card के through it will pull out कि कहाँ पे your investments are there.
Okay.
But bro, don't do this. I mean, you know, why waste money?
बिल्कुल,
तू मेरे को दे देना भाई, मेरे को तेरे को नहीं चाहिए पैसे. You can always donate them to me. You can donate it to our company. We are more than happy to get. And maybe you can give some to Karishma so she can do some online shopping on Nykaa as well. So we are more than happy
Nykaa.
for all of those things. Karishma, Nykaa is your favorite portal?
No, I didn't.
Okay, sorry guys, Karishma is on a sleepy mode, so we will talk to her later.
It's
But-
my sister's favorite website though.
Yeah, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
She's I think gold or platinum customer of Nykaa.
Wow.
Something.
Wow, क्या बात है. Nice. So yeah, that's how. I mean, you should certainly check out that e-cash statement. And हो सकता है तुम्हारी मेल पे आता भी हो, because if you've ever opened a mutual fund account,
हाँ,
it will be there.
हाँ,
And in general, यार, अपने PAN card के through you can, just put your search your mails,
हाँ,
because usually in सब चीज़ों की transactions के mails आते हैं.
हाँ,
अगर नहीं मिलता तो then you will figure out some other way.
हाँ,
But do check it out, right? Why have you just left money?
तो अभी तक तो यही था कि एक्चुअली मेरा भाई is a big investor in stocks and he is a lot into investing. My brother that stays in Roorkee. So I know he has, if I remember well, he has made some money out of it.
Okay.
तो अभी तक तो वही मेरे को गाइड करता था और मैं उसी को पैसे भेजता था.
So is he investing on behalf of you?
So far, whenever I did, he was my, let's say, fund manager.
No, but abhi, I mean, are the investments on your name or is the?
I think he took
Okay.
everything in his name.
Okay.
What do you suggest? We should do it separately, or we should keep it same, or
See, this is obviously more of your, family decision, I would say. See, this obviously is more of your family decision, right? Ki how do you want to structure your investments? How do you want to structure your family portfolio? But one thing is for sure ki if you were transferring from here to your NRE, are you transferring to your brother's account or to your account?
directly to my brother's account.
Okay, so then obviously it is coming as a gift income to him, and then he most probably must be investing it on his PAN card and on his account, and then ये सारा tax liability will come on to him,
अच्छा.
right? Because everything is going to be on him. So tomorrow, if by chance you need some funds, then again he has to sell off those equities, take out money from there, and then transfer them back to your account. So again, उसमें भी क्या taxation वाली components आएंगे, we'll have to check all of those things. So as much as I don't want to disturb the family arrangement that you have, I feel कि ये जो mutual fund maybe since you said he's doing more into stocks, so maybe you can continue giving him some amount of money where he can still play around with his stocks and help you generate some return. But apart from that, I think your mutual funds wala thing is this, you should do it on your PAN card, your name, so that at least वो तुम्हारा corpus build होता जाए and accordingly वो taxation वगैरह की चीजें solve हो जाए. Yeah, that's how you can go about it.
Clear. तो यही थे ब्रो मेरे के.
Helps.
हाँ?
Helpful.
Very helpful.
Sorted.
अब तक तो यही है. बाकी तो मैंने आपका नंबर सेव भी कर लिया है, उसका वो भी ले लिया है स्क्रीनशॉट, ताकि अगर कभी डिलीट हो जाए तो स्क्रीनशॉट
अरे
वगैरह.
नहीं bro, Nayan is always there. I'm around, so you can always ask questions. And हमारे YouTube चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करो,
बिल्कुल
so that तुम्हें अपडेट्स मिलते रहे.
बिल्कुल सब्सक्राइब होगा, घर जाते ही होगा.
So yep, no, I think thank you for your questions.
Thank you, thanks to you.
It was certainly really good questions, very valid questions, and I hope these things work. These things help you. And again, my final and last advice to you would be, bus just get started, bhai.
ये बड़ी अच्छी बात कही आप.
Yes.
Like just put in the first 100 euros, 50 euros, 20 euros, कुछ भी amount does not matter. Once you start, it will just give you that push to learn more about it, and वहाँ से गाड़ी चलती बनेगी. So just do that. And I hope you reach your 1 CR in financial assets very soon. That's our target. You know, mission 1 CR is what we're creating content on. So I hope you get to reach there ASAP.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल बिल्कुल
All the best.
Party.
And yes, party due when you're back in India.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल
Thank you.
थैंक यू
अच्छा, अब जल्दी से हमारे सब्सक्राइबर्स को बोल दो कि सॉरी हमारे ऑडियंस को बोल दो कि जल्दी से हमारे ऑडियंस को बोल दो कि वो हमारे चैनल को लाइक शेयर
अरे
सब्सक्राइब
फुल पावर आप जो भी देख रहे हैं ये और जो नहीं भी देख रहे हैं उनको फ़ोन करके कहो कि इनके चैनल को बिल्कुल सब्सक्राइब करें ताकि हम सभी लोग 1 CR में पहुँचे और बढ़िया बढ़िया गाड़ी और घर लें
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you.